everyone, I'm PandaLemonTart, and in today's video, we will be adding an accommodation service to our town, Maple Street. I put out a poll asking you guys which type of accommodation service we should add to our town, and for some reason, most of you picked an apartment hotel. And believe it or not, I just added that option last minute. And I even had to search up what an apartment hotel was, just to see what I was going to put myself through. Anyways, y'all chose it, and now I gotta build it. Let's go! After making space for our new service apartments, I extended the road to make space for new buildings. It's low-key annoying that this town is called Maple Street, like it's a town, not a street. I intended for it to be a street, but like, as we're putting more buildings, we gotta add more roads too. I digress. My problems with this build began with the fact that I do not know what an apartment hotel is. Like, do they just look like apartments that have hotel service? If so, what sort of apartments are they supposed to look like? And if you're telling me, just Google it. I did, and it showed up with tall, modern buildings. And Maple Street isn't all about that. So I went for this style, which I grew to hate. So I deleted it and went with what Google wanted originally. I'll make it tall, sure, but I don't know about modern, so we had to find a way to make it look like it's part of Maple Street. One thing I knew I wanted were flights and flights of stairs, so there's no elevators. That's way too fancy. This building is 4 floors tall. Not too bad. To give it a more traditional look, I gave it red bricks. And yes, I did have so much trouble looking for the perfect red that isn't too dark or too light. To make it look more detailed, I added these thingies. I don't know what they're called, but I usually see them in the corners of bricked builds. I think that this pink color really softened the harsh red. As you can see, this building has a right side and a left side. The left side is where all the apartments are going to be, and the right side is meant for the landlords and reception. I really wanted the reception to have that curved roof, so I tried to steal the Boba Cafe roof, but then I decided, why not just use a basic shape? And now that I think about it, why didn't I just use a basic shape the first time? It's not a secret that I struggled with this build. It's not a secret because I told everyone about it and asked for their advice. My brother's advice is to add an entrance to the rooftop, so I did just that. It can't hurt now, can it? Then, I asked for my mom's opinion, and her answer was, it can't hurt. She said the rooftop railing was too short and people might fall, so I added a taller fence. Vines have become a signature of Maple Street, so of course I had to add that too. Also to complement the red. The reception and the office are on the right bottom floor of this build, and I added stairs from the office to get access to the studio apartment above. And yes, that is where the landlord and landlady are going to be living. Now we have to think about our guests. Because this is an apartment, I wanted all of them to have the same layout. So I created different layouts for all of them and chose between those 4 which one is the best. And number 4 won. So I repeated this layout for all of them, except for apartment 3, because it is mirrored. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Pepi Wonderworld. This game is an exploration fantasy life simulator where you become the story maker. You can play with many characters like princesses, dragons, pirates, and many more. My favorite of the 7 worlds is King's Castle, and I've always been a sucker for fantasy medieval stuff, so I actually found myself lost in this world. Before I knew it, I was hatching these mysterious eggs. Then I was able to add them to my sticker book. There's so much to explore in this game, and if you're interested, scan these QR codes on the screen right now, or you can click the links in the description below. Anyways, back to the video. We are finally up to the decorating part. First, we will be doing our reception. We are really short on space, so it had to be low-key cramped. And with all the spacing problems we've been having, I had the nerve to add a coffee station. But I have no regrets because it worked out perfectly. Heck, I'd want this in my house. Throughout making this reception and office area, I was really focused on making it homey and cozy. Why, you might ask? I decided that our landlady and landlord are going to be an old married couple. They spend their days managing these apartments, and occasionally their grandchild even visits them during school holidays. How sweet is that? Let us now move upstairs. This is the old couple studio. Sadly, I couldn't fit another bedroom for them up here, so yeah, it had to be a studio. This studio is completed with its own mini kitchen, and there's a partition leading to the bed and balcony. We, of course, have a little dining table for them here. They own these service apartments after all. We can't cheap out on them. Service apartments or apartment hotels, whatever, by definition have everything utility-wise for a guest to be able to stay, whether it be a long stay or a short stay. So I did plan to add laundry rooms or at least laundry closets for all the apartments. I spent a good amount of time making their kitchen look kind of cluttered because I wanted this apartment to be different compared to the clean, lifeless apartments on the other side. Also, shout out to Kat because she let me steal her sponge hack. Although small, I gave their bathroom all the essentials. I even went as far as going to Amart convenience store next door just to get their shampoo stock because I wanted this whole build to be seamless. Like, of course they're gonna get their body washes from the local convenience store. I had to utilize the balcony for this apartment because I just found the studio too small for an old married couple. I think they would really want their space still. I made sure to add a place where they can just chill and get fresh air in the morning. The rest of the apartments were looking really sad, so I added flowers and fairy lights to the balconies. I wanted to give the apartments a little sign of life as well, even just a little bit, and put down some clothes on clotheslines using structures. We also have a terrace here to furnish. I thought it would be a great idea to have some facilities. This is an apartment hotel, so we do need to include amenities, I think. We couldn't fit a pool a while ago, so I added a jacuzzi instead, a communal grill for barbecues, and a lot of sitting spaces. I even hung a towel on one of the chairs and it's like wet and whatever, and I think it looks so realistic. Even made a puddle. Anyways, now I think we established that the granny owners are really into gardening because I can't seem to stop putting garden beds down. And speaking of garden beds, I included them on the rooftop as well. Like, before I show you that, I gotta show you these first. The aircon electrical thingies. Like, are they not so cute? I even made an antenna. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. Okay, let's go back to the garden beds. Here I am making them grow carrots, and I wanted to portray the life cycle of a carrot, so I added the seeds using salt and pepper. I also mentioned a while ago that they have a grandkid that visits them, so I need to make his presence known by adding kid stuff. And again, I added more clothes drying on the clotheslines. Time to furnish the apartments. I added all the basic necessities you would need in an apartment hotel. Pretty basic stuff though. So I added a touch of the grandparent style when it came to decorating. Needless to say, I kept everything pristine, nice, and ready for guests to arrive. These are all 1-bedroom and 1-bathroom apartments, by the way, with a laundry closet in the bathroom. You can still fit 2 people on the bed, no problem, so 2 is the maximum. I was just about to finish when this happened. The Halloween update is here, so naturally I lost $1 million stocking up on special items. Just letting you know so you don't think that it's sus that I lost $1 million in just a second. Anyways, after that I repeated this decor to the rest of our apartments. I'm not gonna show you all that footage because that's boring. And then I added final touches like the air conditioners in the stairwells, vending machine at the front, and a gaming station thingy too. I also redid our sidewalk and added cars at the front and tied it all together with some landscaping. Now it is time for the final reveal. Stay at our Sunshine Apartments where guests feel at home and like they're on vacation too. These service apartments are Maple Street's best, so don't miss out. At first, I was preparing to say that this was my worst build out of all the Maple Street series, but actually, I've grown to really like it. This is the reception, and do you guys like the decals? I like them. I like how it's called Sunshine Apartments, and everything is like all yellow, like the decal-wise anyways. With this apartment, I was really trying to portray like an old, feel. As you can see, there's like a 30 trophy thing, and that's actually for 30 years of like service. Like this is like 30 years old, guys. And if you saw at the like sign, it says established 1991, which was like 30 years ago. So yes, this is the bathroom. Can't really go in because it's too small. And a laundry closet. At least I could like put everything here. Like I wanted to make sure that they had everything. And of course, the TV is like on the news channel because isn't that what old people do? I mean, that's like an indication that I'm not that old yet because I do not watch the news. Anyways, just a place where they can just chill. I love it. And going back down, I want to show you the back as well because I want to show you that it's not ugly on the back. Like, it's cute. Look at it. Like, aw. I've been staring at those pipes for a very long time in build mode and finally I got to use them. That needs a celebration in itself. This is the first apartment. I struggled with the lighting a lot because I didn't want it to be too bright. I didn't want it to be too dark. But Bloxburg lighting is just weird in itself because the light like goes out of the room that it's in. Again, another laundry closet because I wanted them to have everything that they need here. So it's like furnished apartments, and this is the bedroom, very small, but at least you can fit like 2 people, okay? At least. We don't have cribs or anything, which is kind of sad, but like whatever. Going back outside, I really wanted to show you the air conditioners in the stairwell. I don't know if I showed you them a while ago, maybe later. So we're not going there. Basically, this is just an echo of the one downstairs, but with a balcony instead. Yeah, it has a little balcony. It doesn't really have anything else. I mean, it has a chair. It has a chair and fairy lights. That's enough. But yeah, and everything else should be pretty much the same. I made sure to add complimentary soaps and whatever, and some towels over there. Not that you can see them, but there's towels over there. There's towels everywhere. Because when I think hotels, I think towels. And next, going up another floor. This is the terrace, okay? Is this not the cutest thing ever? Unfortunately, this isn't my favorite. The rooftop is my favorite, but this comes a close second, you know? It's very nice. I like the feel of it, and honestly, I'd stay here. Like, honestly, look at that. Like, it's such a vibe. With the next apartment, it's exactly the same, but mirrored. So I'm not gonna tour you all of it because, well, you've seen it. It's exactly the same, facing the opposite direction. However, I do want to show you this, the clotheslines in this apartment. That's like the only thing that makes it unique, but I love it. I think we're getting low-key bored just looking at all of the apartments, so we're gonna go to the rooftop instead before going to the last one. This is the rooftop, my favorite place in this whole build. Like, look at this place. When I tried it with butter, everything changed. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, let's go look at the antenna because it's cute. But yeah, that's basically it for this one. You know, I actually wanted to put a tent instead, but it just didn't fit. I didn't realize how big tents were. If only we could get like the tiny tents. Anyways, time to go to this last... What is this? What is... Oh my... Is that blood? Is that a bloody sink? Did you guys see that? That's insane. And they're watching the news too. Who stayed here? What the... Oh my gosh. I feel like someone was just killed in the shower. Whoa. Okay, this is too much. Oh my gosh. There's like money on the bed? A briefcase of money. What the heck? And there's a bloody barrel. Oh my gosh, what's in that barrel? I guess we'll never know. Happy Halloween.